So one of the common questions that we get is how do I calculate a marketing budget? And that's certainly a difficult question. Calculating a marketing budget can be tough, especially if you've never had a dedicated marketing budget, or maybe you've only dipped your toe into marketing here or there. So what I'm going to try to do is walk you through your planning your digital marketing budget, at least as a starting point. So this won't be absolutely everything, but enough to at least get you pointed in the right direction. So you've probably heard that the rule of thumb is X% of revenue should go to marketing. Sometimes that's 5%, sometimes it's 10%. Is that always realistic? Not really. It gives you a framework, reference point to start from. Today we're just going to be talking about digital marketing and inbound marketing. So things like trade shows or print, they might be in the marketing budget mix, but we're not going to be talking about them here today. But again, if you're doing those things, they should be considered as part of your marketing budget. So before we're going to talk numbers, we need to talk goals. So are you a 10 million company looking to double in 12 months? That's a very different investment than a company that is looking to grow 20% or even double over 5 years. Essentially, the faster you want to grow, the more aggressive your marketing activity and budget in accordance needs to be. So let's talk about the core components of what might be in your digital marketing strategy. So your website is still going to be the foundation, even with AI tools on the rise, buyers making large B2B decisions will visit your site. They're going to compare it to your competitors. They're going to use the information that's on your website to ultimately evaluate you and whether you'd be a good selection. So even with AI, B2B decisions are going to be made by someone talking to you in conversations, but even prior to that, visiting your website. SEO, AEO, GEO, these strategies are all critical. Whether someone is searching in Google, asking a chatbot, or using AI tools, we need to make sure that you are still found so that they can make that decision, so you can be part of their buying decision when they're doing that research. Content is just as important as ever, maybe even more. Now, when I say content, that has to be high value content, not generic blog posts or keyword stuff pages, but content that's helpful, accurate, and written by people who know what they're talking about. It supports your SEO, feeds into your email, your lead nurturing campaigns, and it provides real educational value to your prospects. Content that is written by AI just for the purposes of volume, it will be there, but it's just kind of adding to the noise. Then there's social media. It might not be where your buyers are making final decisions in the B2B space, but it's still where your brand can be discovered, where conversations start, and where you can start to build trust and visibility, if that's where your audience is spending some of their time. So from there, your budget might also need to consider paid ads, not just the ad spend, but who's managing the campaigns for you. That would be a cost that would play into your overall marketing budget. Graphics and video, either for your content that's being produced or standalone assets, podcasting, webinars. There's a lot of mediums to consider when trying to get in front of your prospects or engage with your customers. So ultimately, when it comes down to activities or what's happening, the more you need done and the faster someone needs to do it, the higher your investment needs to be, or the higher you need to plan your budget for those marketing activities. So now I ask, who's actually executing the work? So we have either agencies or internal, and then you have agencies that are general agencies that work across a wide variety of industries, or agencies that specialize in specific verticals. Agencies that specialize in specific verticals, they may be slightly more investment, but they already understand your world. That typically means fewer missteps and faster results. Internal hires, also a great option, but usually it's going to be much more limited in scope. With an internal hire, if you're hiring one person or even one or two people, you're getting specific skill sets, not a full team. Agencies generally have multiple people that specialize across different things that are very good at what they do at. So with either a similar or lesser investment, you can get a team of people supporting your marketing as opposed to individuals. All right, so let's talk some actual numbers. So most reputable B2B agencies, you're going to consider spending between or budgeting for anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per month, depending on the scope, the speed, the number of channels, and how much they're doing for you. Yes, you can certainly find agencies or get a budget that is less than $5,000 or more than $5,000. Just understand, again, the less the budget, the slower they're going to be able to move, which can certainly delay your results. And then we've also found that there's a threshold where underinvesting just feels like you're spinning your wheels. And while you might be making minimal progress or even have one-off wins here and there, it's just too slow to notice or really tie to an ROI, especially if you're looking at ROI on maybe an annual investment and what has come in within that same year. So essentially you need to invest long enough to see results and then make data-driven improvements on that, and then actually earn a return on that marketing investment that you're putting out. So it's important to commit to it. Inbound doesn't work well when you dabble, or if you're constantly changing direction, you won't see long-term scalable results. So when you're thinking about that budget, try not to think about it just from a short-term perspective, but just think about it as a long-term approach that, again, may need adjusted from quarter to quarter or month to month, but at least from a planning perspective, don't think that I should invest marketing this one time and then I won't be doing it again. Really should be investing in marketing on a long-term basis. So you might need help figuring out where to start. We've got a pricing calculator on our website that can get you a baseline budget. And that's not generally just for us. Sure, it's going to be in alignment with us because it's our calculator. But generally speaking, that should help you align your budget with what your marketing implementation and capacity would be. It's a great first step. Then whatever agency you're working with, us or anyone else, you can start to tailor that into your specific goals, activities. So we'll include the link right on this page, but good luck. And if you have any questions, reach out and we can help.